Hi guys, hope you are doing well from wherever you are watching me, depending on your time zone. Now, the Baringo senator, who is also KANU party leader, was in West Pokot on invitation by Dini ya Roho Church for a fundraise drive to construct a church building. And Gideon Moi was captured by Standard newspaper in his remarks when he was saying that President Uhuru Kenyatta and the ODM leader Raila Odinga are a part of One Kenya alliance, and they are working closely to pick their preferred presidential candidate ahead of 2022 general election. Now, the statement from Moi came same day when Senator Wetangula was also on an interview with the Luya radio station, all of them. And Wetangula also confirmed to the same that One Kenya Alliance is working closely with President Uhuru Kenyatta, where he also confirmed that they had a meeting with the president at State House. We did that video here. If you missed it, I'll put a link so that you can go and watch it. Now, there is a perception that has been created outside there that One Kenya Alliance team, President Uhuru Kenyatta and the ODM leader Raila Odinga are not reading on the same page, politically speaking. But that might be far from the truth. And therefore, on this Punchline today, I want us to use this opportunity to answer the question, what next for the One Kenya Alliance? But before we go deep into that, a quick reminder. You might be watching me, but you have not yet subscribed. My humble request, please consider subscribing so that any other time, once we come out with a video like this one, you will always get notified. Again, to all our returning subscribers and anyone who drop comment, I must say thank you so much for your unconditional support. Again, I'm requesting you to give this video a thumbs up so that YouTube is going to recommend our video to more viewers. Back to our discussion. Now, there is one thing that President Uhuru Kenyatta said after his handshake with the ODM leader Raila Odinga. The president was clear that one of his legacy would be making sure that Kenya is united. And he will make sure that he is uniting the country by, number one, uniting the opposition leaders. He wanted to leave the opposition side when it is well united. And the president has never stopped doing that. If you see, all the way from the formation of One Kenya Alliance, the president has had meetings with these leaders in Mombasa, together with the ODM leader Raila Odinga, several, more than 3 times. And even when OKA had their meeting in Naivasha, someone like Kanini Kega was deeply in that meeting. Sakaja, who is a Jubilee member, was there. And you can see after that meeting, these guys took flight to Mombasa to meet President Uhuru Kenyatta. So you see, after meeting, they are already flying to go and have another meeting with the president. So all these things, when you put together, you see, Gideon Moi, when he has his NDC at Bomas of Kenya, you find all of the One Kenya Alliance principles together with the ODM leader Raila Odinga, they meet there. So all of these things and the activities that we have been seeing revolving there point to one thing, that the president might be achieving his goal of uniting the opposition side. That is his goal. Now, people are mistaking these guys, but they have to understand one thing, that number one, Musalia Mudavadi is a politician. Number two, Kalonzo Musyoka is a politician. Gideon Moi and Senator Wetangula are all politicians. And therefore, when you see someone like maybe Musalia Mudavadi trying to resist, what Mudavadi is trying to do is to raise his stakes for negotiation in the One Kenya Alliance. Someone like Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka is a little bit resistant. What people does not understand is that Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka, as a senior politician, is still also trying to raise his stakes of negotiation in the One Kenya Alliance or in the upcoming coalition. You will see someone like Gideon Moi, Senator Wetangula are a bit soft towards, number one, Raila Odinga and President Uhuru Kenyatta. For them, their stakes might not be that much high. Because if you see here, someone like Kalonzo Musyoka or Musalia Mudavadi, definitely these people are targeting, if not 2022, 2027 they at least need to be on ballot as presidential candidate, reliable one who can take over power and lead the country. So for that reason, they are seen as senior most. So they cannot just sit there and wait to be given direction. They have also to raise stakes. And that is what is trying to confuse the supporters of all of these camps. And you can see some of the statement from someone like Senator Wetangula when they were in meeting at Kakamega. Wetangula was clear that everyone is welcomed on board, including Raila Odinga. Why was he invoking the name of Raila? He has a soft spot for Raila Odinga, so it tells you where the direction is heading to. Someone like Cyrus Jirongo said, Msitusi Raila, you people, you will need Raila Odinga. It tells you. Now, Gideon Moi is here now confirming, a senior member in One Kenya Alliance, that this team is working closely with Uhuru Kenyatta and Raila Odinga is deeply there. So it tells you that this is one team and they have a common goal to achieve in 2022. It does not matter which formula they will use, and they might have two formulas to use, by the way. The first option is to have ODM and the Jubilee Party coming together and forming a coalition. Then have One Kenya Alliance coalition. Both of these guys go to the ballot separately, force a rerun, then on a runoff, come together and take over power. That's the first one. Then the second option, which is reliable and sure bet to deliver victory in round one, is to have one coalition of ODM, Jubilee coming together with One Kenya Alliance, then go to the ballot. That alone is enough to send William Samoei Ruto in opposition, even with less numbers. So those are the two ways these guys might use to take over power. And there is something Uhuru Kenyatta knows about his deputy William Samoei Ruto that many of us doesn't know. Because, you know, Uhuru could not just come from nowhere and start fighting his deputy or start bringing opposition leaders together. In many of these countries, there is no leader who would want to see opposition working together. In fact, most of them have to make sure that they are scattering this opposition, divide and rule, so that you manage them separately. That is not what Uhuru Kenyatta is doing. Uhuru is working so much hard to make sure that he's bringing these opposition leaders together. So it means he don't want his deputy to take over power. For a specific reason, Uhuru is afraid of his deputy. For reason that we don't know, but he knows himself. So for that reason, the One Kenya Alliance team, Uhuru Kenyatta and Raila Odinga, are one team with common goal, working together to take over power and send William Samoei Ruto in opposition. So the question we were answering here was, what next for One Kenya Alliance? I have elaborated very clearly. The direction we see these leaders are taking. Don't be surprised. You see, can you ask yourself a question? Why is it that up to now, Jubilee and the ODM have not formalized their coalition? They have not even gone into a coalition. They have not even suggested a name for coalition, though we understand that Junet Mohammed has reserved a name, Azimio la Umoja, as a coalition. Then One Kenya Alliance have also reserved their name, One Kenya Alliance, as a coalition. Do you ask yourself a question, why is it that up to now, all of these two camps have not yet registered their coalition? Naona tu watu wakisukuma hapa wakisema, One Kenya Alliance are delaying, why are they not doing what formula their coalition? Including me, I'm saying that. But the question we're not asking ourselves is, why is ODM and Jubilee not making even a coalition? They have not yet made a coalition. So don't be surprised if you see these leaders, the way they are delaying, coming together. It is just Jubilee and the ODM which just need to come together into the One Kenya Alliance team. Because how I see this One Kenya Alliance, seemingly, it's like this thing was created in a state house. Ni kama tu jamaa waliitwa wakapewa jina ya kwamba go ahead and form One Kenya Alliance. Itaenda tu kitu One Kenya Alliance. So don't be surprised to see Jubilee and the ODM joining One Kenya Alliance and giving a ticket to one Raila Odinga. Then this other team negotiate inside there what for their interest. Then at the end of the day, they have Raila as a candidate for 5 years term in office. Then from there, Raila can support one of them, probably either Musalia Mudavadi, Kalonzo Musyoka, or Gideon Moi. So that might be the direction these guys will be taking going forward. Now, let me qualify my statement here. I have said that Raila Odinga might use One Kenya Alliance as a vehicle to take over power. But have you asked yourself a question? Raila Odinga is in the country right now. William Samoei Ruto is busy campaigning outside there. One Kenya Alliance was one day in Kakamega, a very nice rally. After that, they went to Central Region, Githurai. They had another very wonderful rally there. And then where is One Kenya Alliance? They are silent. Why are they not competing with one William Samoei Ruto? Even when Raila was rotating in the country, the only person who was seemingly trying to come out was Musalia Mudavadi, and not One Kenya Alliance team. So One Kenya Alliance is a little bit reluctant because they know that they don't want to compete with Raila Odinga on presidency, but they know their common goal might be to compete with William Samoei Ruto. So for that reason, they don't want maybe to outshine Raila Odinga, because this team could have taken the advantage that Raila Odinga is not in the country. So they take over the advantage to campaign. When William Samoei Ruto is in this place, they will be on that other side. But they're not doing that. They are reluctant. What they understand is that if they come together and form a formidable coalition, that alone is just enough to take William Samoei Ruto home direct. There's nothing he can get there. So that can be the reason why these people are so much reluctant. But otherwise, if they are serious that they want to produce a presidential candidate, then they will be outside there, the campaigning William Samoei Ruto in every event is going. So that alone confirms to you that there is something behind the scene that most of us might not know, that maybe the followers of ODM, ANC, Wiper, for the Kenya and Jubilee doesn't know. But only these principals understand that. We are going to give it more of our time to see what next. Those are my views, but you can get to the comment section. Give me your views constructively. Thank you so much for listening to me up to this far. May good God bless you and see you in our next video.